Since Mohbad died, everybody has been coming out to say a piece of their mind and what happened, those that were present, those that weren't, and even people that are struggling to fight for justice for the late singer. And all this while, Marley has been quiet. Why is Naira not saying anything? A lot of people say, okay, because Naira doesn't like talking too much, maybe he's just keeping it on a low. And we kind of felt like, okay, maybe it is what it is. In as much as Angela Okere came out the other day and said Marley doesn't want to talk because he's a quiet person, he just works behind the scenes and all of that. Well, Naira has decided to come out and tell us his own part of the story. I mean, everything that has happened. And according to his own narration with the video and the sound behind the whole video, I mean, it was so sad because it felt like Naira on his own end went through a lot. But my own is, why are you coming out now to talk after 2 years? Or is it because Very Dark Man is now on his side? Or he feels like, okay, the case is now calm and I can explain myself better and people will listen to me? Because someone like me, almost as they hot, the moment they say, oh, you've done this and I know that I did not do that thing and I have receipt, I'll be coming out to drop it and say I did not do anything like this so that the world will know. Or is it because he's about to release a song and be an album? So he's just using it as a way to say, okay, my people, I'm back again. But anyway, let me tell you what Naira said in his own, according to him, in his own story, that something that happened to Mohbad. So he said Mohbad was depressed and Mohbad was always talking about he wants to buy. That there was one time Mohbad came out to say Naira and Marley music want to buy me. So when he saw that video, he called Mohbad and was like, guy, what's happened? What's the problem? Why are you telling the world that I want to buy you? What did I do? And Mohbad said he was sorry and that he was just going through a lot. And according to the video he posted, I mean in the live, he said Mohbad was saying that he was tired. And Naira was like, you know what, you're a king. Don't allow anybody to, oppress you. If your father or your wife or your mother is trying to, bring you down, leave the house, come out. And according to Naira, he sent Zeno and others to go to him because Naira at the moment was not in town. So they went to Mohbad and, made him happy and it was fun and all that. That the fights will be seen online that he and Malian Music bullied him, that it was not a bully. That Tunde, who is Mohbad's manager at the time, had issues. I mean, Mohbad had issues with Tunde. So, they were trying to settle. Mohbad said he doesn't want Tunde to be his manager. And Naira, said, okay, no problem. I mean, you're the one that employed this person. If you do not want him again, ask him to go. But one night, Mohbad was, high. And he came, all of a sudden, he was seen fighting with Tunde, and that was the recording that was going around and saying, oh, Malians are, bullying this guy. Meanwhile, it was just the manager and Mohbad. And after a while, Mohbad came again and said he wants to leave Malian Music. And he said, no wahala, regardless of the fact that when you were signed to, a record label, you have to stay there till the stipulated years you're supposed to stay. And, from there, you now either renew your contract or you go. But he was like, okay, you know what, no wahala, if you want to go, no problem. So after a while, they got a court, they got a petition that Mohbad said Naira is bullying him and that they do not want to give him his royalty. And they was like, that after that, before even that self, Mohbad had already withdrawn, I think, $72 from their account, which was not only for Mohbad, it was for other artists. So they decided to keep some part of Mohbad's money, like money that was coming out that they're supposed to give to Mohbad. They were keeping it because, I mean, he already took some people's money. And when it came to money issues, he and Mohbad did not have issues. That's what he said. And again, he said Mohbad was on ice. And according to him, Naira, he did not know what ice was at the time. But when he found out what it was, he called him. I was like, guy, don't do this kind of thing. That mostly Mohbad was high like that. That's why he was saying things that he was saying. And again, what he said that really got me was, he said when Wunmi granted an interview and they were like, okay, Wunmi, according to a recording, Mohbad said you want to buy him. What do you have to say about that? That Wunmi said Mohbad was down since the NDLA issue. He was down, was a shadow of himself. He did not know that he was even the one that, released some kind of songs. He did not know who he was at the time. But when it came to Naira's own, everybody believed that it was Naira. When Mohbad said Naira wants to buy him, everybody believed. The story was even long. This live lasted for 2 hours where he was explaining, dropping receipts of what happened, Sam Larry, God. And it just felt like Mohbad on his end had so much going on, because we even saw you know, test result when he went for scan, and we saw that he was depressed and other things. And according to Wunmi, remember Wunmi said when Mohbad became a shadow of himself, they had to even seek, you know, a psychiatrist's help. They went to the psychiatric hospital because, I mean, Mohbad was a different person. So what if, I'm just saying, what if all this led to one or two things and something now happened? Because Naira wasn't in town, Sam Larry wasn't in town, Zino wasn't in town when Mohbad cried. And again, if this country was really working, I feel like they would have arrested everybody at the scene at that point. But no, everybody's going their separate ways. Everybody's coming out with different stories. Today, Wunmi will come out to tell us this story. Tomorrow, Adura will come out to tell us this story. These are people that were with him, but yet the stories are not aligning. Now, Naira is back with his own story, saying that he did not even see, after the incident with Tunde, he had not even seen Mohbad. For over a year, he did not see the boy. They did not have any conversation or anything. But then he was blamed. And again, I'm wondering, why are you coming out now? That is my own wonder. Why? When everybody, Nigerians, were on your head, why did you not talk at that time? Why is it now? Or was he scared of Iyabojo? Or is it because now Very Dark Man is on his side and he feels like, okay, Nigerians will listen to him better? Because almost they hurt, 9 people go say, okay, I'm innocent or I'm not. But you stayed all this while, you allowed people to call you names, you allowed people to drag you. Or was it some kind of attention? Because I don't understand why somebody wants such attention. But then again, let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think there's some truth to what Naira Marley is saying? Or do you think this is another, my own part of the story, let me look like a good person? My name is PG and I'll see you in my next video.